Alright, we are on the guided practice on page 88, and the first three, the directions say find the reciprocal of each fraction. And the cool thing about reciprocals, if you look back a couple pages, there's a diagram that shows about what reciprocals are, and basically it shows that the numerator becomes the denominator, and the denominator becomes the numerator. So the reciprocal of 2 over 5 would simply be 5 halves. And you just do the same thing with number 2. You invert the numbers. Instead of 1 over 9, the reciprocal would be 9 over 1. And whenever you have a number over 1, that's just a whole number. So the better answer is just 9 wholes. And number 3, the reciprocal of 10 thirds would be 3 tenths. You can see all the correct answers there. Okay, check out the division problems. Number 4, 4 thirds divided by 5 thirds. So this is where we need to remember the phrase, and every time I solve a problem like this, I repeat the phrase, multiply by the reciprocal. So instead of doing 4 thirds divided by 5 thirds, I do 4 thirds times. So that's the multiply part. Now the reciprocal part. I rewrite the second fraction as a reciprocal. You never change the first fraction, you always reciprocate the second fraction. Now I have 4 times 3 over 3 times 5, and you should notice that 3 and 3 share a factor of 3, so those can be written as 1s. And now I have 4 times 1 over 1 times 5. The answer is 4/5. Check out number 5. 3 tenths divided by 4/5. Again, multiply the reciprocal. As I said the word multiply, I rewrote the division sign as a multiplication sign, and as I said the word reciprocal, I rewrote 4/5 as 5/4. Once again, look for things that simplify. 5 and 10 can each be divided by 5. 5 goes into itself once. 5 goes into 10 twice. Now I have 3 times 1 over 2 times 4. That's 3/8. Number 6. 1/2 divided by 2/5. Multiply the reciprocal. Nothing shares a factor here, so I do 1 times 5 and 2 times 2. I get 5/4. When you end up with an improper fraction, you should convert it back to a mixed number. 4 goes into 5 one whole time. With 1 left over, denominator remains 4. The answer is 1 1/4. Alright, the last question. How do you divide fractions? You can write this simply in about 4 words. I think I'll choose about 8 or 9 because I like to be a little bit more clear. How do you divide fractions? Instead of dividing, you actually multiply by the reciprocal. And you could just end it. That answer really is kind of good enough. You multiply by the reciprocal. I'm going to add a little bit to that. The reciprocal of the second fraction.